You ever seen somebody and you notice immediately that they shift and change basically who they are when they're around certain people or an individual, and you're like, oh, who are you? The truth is, this happens because at some point in their life, they learned that connection requires abandoning themselves. Let me explain. So they might have been taught to earn love, not just receive it. For instance, if somebody grew up in a home where love, attention, connection with their family members, these all things came with conditions, then you sort of learn to shapeshift in order to keep the peace in the home. So they're usually the ones who really easy, they're agreeable, they don't upset anybody. So what happens? How does that translate into adulthood? Well, they just automatically, without even thinking, shrink themselves in order to stay and feel connected when they're around certain people. Also, and this is a big one, they probably never learned who they were truly within themselves outside of relationship dynamics. For instance, when your identity is built around being the caregiver, being the responsible one, being the strong friend, then you probably didn't have much time to develop a strong sense of who you are. That's why when you enter different friendships or relationships that you make in the future, it's easy to fuse yourself into their identity because you don't have a blueprint for yourself, foundation of who you are apart from them, apart from that friendship, apart from that relationship. And lastly, sometimes they get into not wanting to make the same mistakes again, so they overcorrect and they overcompensate. People who maybe were abandoned, they tend to overgive. People who were criticized will outperform, overperform. People who were ignored may become overly attached. But what's happening here is they're trying to prevent the pain that they know very well. But in the process, they end up abandoning themselves. It's important to remember that you can have needs and still be valued. You can keep your identity and still be loved by the right people.